All right, I think we live. I'm gonna check it real fast.
Oh.
You see it? We live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we good.
All right, come. Shalom, shalom. We like to start off as always, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shem,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai,
Ba'ashem,
Shem,
B'cha, Kodash.
Kadash. Yahweh is the true name of our Heavenly Father, who the word English know is God, Jehovah, and Yahweh. Yahweh Shai is the name of his only begotten Son, our King, Lord and Savior, who the word English know is Jesus Christ. Ba'ashem, Kodash is in the name of the Holy Spirit, and that's the inspiration given to us to edify only those that have been given the ears to hear. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, bishops, and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, 144,000 in Shalom, to the rest of the elect out there who subscribe and listen to this truth wholehearted through the spirit of power. Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai. All right, we the brothers here from the Great Millstone Memphis Church. I got with me, as you see, the brother Aina. All right, and I'm the brother Tazamak. We just got a topic we want to get into. Normally we do our regular lunchtime live lessons in the car, but I was off quite early today, so I said, well, let's just link up and do a StreamYard. And this lesson you see entitled "Why Are AI Data Centers Taking Over?" Essentially was inspired by an article that the Elder Nabah sent me dealing with Elon Musk building a brand new supercomputer here in the greater Memphis area. Really right around the corner from me. All right. We're down here in South Haven, Mississippi. So, I looked into the article a little bit, and then it kind of started having me search out some things, right? So that's what we're going to get into, and we're going to kick it off with the book of 2 Corinthians 2:11. All right. I'm going to have the brother read it. And Lord, will you be edified?
Come. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 11. It reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Right. So we're going to look at this in some other translations. But before we do, I want to get this word here, advantage, right? So you get this word advantage, should get an advantage of, right?
Strong's G 4122, planecteo. Planecteo.
Planecteo. All right. In the outline of biblical usage says to have more or a greater part or share, to be superior, excel, surpass, have an advantage over, to gain or take advantage of another, to overreach. Okay. In the Strong's definition, the key point is in the Strong's. I'll read the whole thing though. It says to be covetous, an example, to overreach, to get an advantage, defraud. All right, defraud, make gain. Okay. And Satan, the adversary, all right, his physical counterpart, Esau, Edom, is doing just that in the earth. All right. So when you look at these data centers being established all throughout the country, they're being put up at a rapid rate, and they have been doing it in really kind of like in a secret way, right, in a deceptive way, kind of throwing them up without really getting permits for the amount of energy that they're using to operate these centers is really absurd and is really illegal. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But when you got money like that, when you know, one of the richest men in the world like Elon Musk, you know, you could just grease a few palms and get your way. You could get an advantage. I also want to get this word ignorant. Did you have something you want to say or add, bro?
No, you got it. You got it.
All right, so I want to get this word ignorant.
Strong's G50. Agnaeo. Agnaeo.
All right, it says to be ignorant, not to know, not to understand. All right, to err or sin through mistake, to be wrong. All right, so our people do not understand what these data centers are about, and that's why you see the title of the lesson: why are AI data centers taking over? Okay. Strong definition says not to know through lack of information or intelligence. All right. And this is exactly what Esau Edom wants you, the situation he wants you to be in. This is the advantage he wants to have over you. You know, have you out here with a lack of information. All right. A lack of intelligence. All right. It says to ignore through disinclination, be ignorant, not know, not understand. Okay. This is how Esau wins. All right. He wins through his deception and through having you ignorant. Any precept or anything you want to bring out, bro?
What I'm thinking about now is just the bread and circuses. That's what keep Jake from not knowing, you know, what things are.
Yeah,
You know,
distractions,
yeah,
bread and circus,
distractions.
the mirth, you know. I got one real quick. I'm gonna go to Hosea real quick. Oh, you know what? I said we was gonna look at some other translations. So let's look at
I get this in the NOT real quick.
okay, you got which one?
2 Corinthians 2:11.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. NLT, let's look at that.
It reads, so that Satan would not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes.
We're familiar with his evil schemes, you know, and this is ultimately 2/3 of our people. This is the situation that they're in. They're getting outsmarted because they're not privy to the Holy Spirit. Because the scriptures say what how the things that Esau searched out, yeah, how it's sought up, how it's hidden things searched out. And in Second Ezra's, what's that? One of my favorite precepts, Second Ezra's 16, I believe.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You want to jump there? Let's get that. I don't got the Apocrypha Bible pulled up, so lock it, but I'll just let you read it.
All right.
And I'll just go back to the StreamYard.
This Second Ezra 16. I started 62. Yeah, and the spirit of almighty power which made all things, and searching out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth. Surely he knoweth your inventions and what ye think in your hearts, even them that sin and will hide their sin. Therefore has the Lord,
the Spirit knows about your inventions. You know, the Lord has given the hopeful elect, you know, your whole reason for it, your whole purpose, your whole reason for existence, and everything that you seek out to do. The Holy Spirit is going to expose it and reveal it to us. God. And as prophets and servants of Yahweh Shai, we are called to warn our people of these evil schemes so that they won't get outsmarted, so that they won't get caught up in the destruction that's ultimately going to come. All right. In one final judgment, you know, and that's through you accepting that MOTB. Okay. That's going to be that one thing that's going to, without any shadow of a doubt, that's going to get you destroyed if you take it. All right. There's no escaping the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai if you take that mark of the beast. And we know that these data centers, which we're going to get into, we know that these data centers are directly connected to that beast system, all right, being mandated. Okay. Matter of fact, the AI is a part of his miracles in this time. Okay. These different innovative technology, these different technologies that Esau Edom are able to accomplish through AI is left hand spiritual power. All right. It's miraculous when you see with the with like, because the brother brought up the bread and circus, like with the sports and the entertainment, but now you can be right through this virtual reality, like the Oculus, through like
Mm-hmm.
the meta, what is it, what you call that shit,
The metaverse.
metaverse. You know, it's like you are actually becoming the shit you see on TV, the boxers, the ball players, the, you know, and they put you in this virtual reality, all right, and have you really distracted from what they really want to do to you, okay, and that's destroy you and keep you from knowing the true power of the universe, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, that's what they really want to do. But nevertheless, can you pick back up?
Yeah.
Start back with the inventions, the beginning of the verse with the inventions. Baba
All
Kushai.
right. This second age is 16 and 63. Surely he know your inventions
Mm-hmm.
and what ye think in your hearts. Even them that sin and will hide their sin.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore had the Lord exactly searched out all your works.
Right, and that's how come you can't get an advantage over the elect, okay? Because the scriptures say that the Lord has care for his elect, and all of the works and the evil schemes and inventions of the wicked, they already been made known to us, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
It
And
said,
shalom to you, brothers, and you few sisters on the comment board. Yabba Shabba Shabba Shira Kakadash Brakadash Shalom Elder Nabah. Right. Go ahead, bro.
yeah, I'm gonna finish it off. And he
Okay.
will put you all to shame.
Yeah. Put you to shame through exposing you. All right. Your evil schemes are not going to work on the Lord's elect, man. And that's what 2 Corinthians 2:11 is going into. Okay.
Yep. And can I get that in the Good News Translation?
Yeah.
2 Corinthians
Go ahead,
2:11.
bro. Yep.
It
Go ahead.
said, yeah, it said, in order to keep Satan from getting the upper hand over us, for we know what his plans are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's through the spirit power of Yahweh Shema Shah, man.
That's
Because the
it.
Lord told us, surely the Lord would do nothing but he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
Yep.
So we know we're not ignorant of same devices, man. Really, he the same move guy, man.
Yep. Deception and the sword, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the AI data centers are part of his sword, you know, because now this new age of modern warfare, the technology that they use to fight these wars with are also AI generated. You know, it's a lot of technical warfare that goes on now. It's not so much hand-to-hand combat. Okay. So I want to share this screen right here. Let me know if you see it, brother.
Yeah, I see it.
All right. So this is from Google, the AI overview of why are AI data centers taking over the country. It says AI data centers are booming across the U.S. because generative AI's massive computational needs require huge specialized facilities for training and running models, leading tech giants to invest billions to secure land, cheap power, often hydropower, water, and tax incentives while governments welcome the economic boost, creating a nationwide construction rush that strains local grids, water supplies, and infrastructure, causing environmental concerns. All right. And this made me think about Isaiah 24, which I'll go there after I read a little bit more of this. So what you have going on with these AI data centers being built is they consume, as it says, I just read, it said they consume a massive amount of energy. All right. It takes a whole lot of power, water to run these data centers. Okay. And they let off a whole lot of pollutants, for lack of a better word. You know, they say that, bro.
Pollutions.
Yeah. They let off a whole lot of pollutions. All right. And Lord will, I will do a ride by the world largest supercomputer here in Memphis. Okay. And get some footage, right? Because as of recently, I've been riding along the freeway where you get off the exit to go to the supercomputer. And if a computer could take a shit, excuse my French, that's exactly what that whole area smells like. It smells like computers taking shits in the atmosphere, man. That's what it smells like. It's a very horrible smell, for lack of better words. Like I ain't never smelled nothing like it, but it smells like computer shit. So I want to continue reading a little bit more of this. It says why the explosive growth, AI demand, the rapid rise of generative AI like ChatGPT needs immense processing power and data storage, driving the need for specialized high capacity data centers. Economic incentives, state and localities, Salakia, offer substantial tax breaks, affordable land, and streamlined permits to attract these lucrative projects, creating an AI gold rush. Infrastructure advantages. Companies target areas with existing strong power grids, especially renewable sources like hydropower and fiber optic networks for efficient operation. So this is why Elon Musk chose Memphis, because Memphis has a underground water source that produces about 1 trillion gallons of water, in which, in order to run those AI data centers, that supercomputer that Elon Musk has in Memphis, it's reported that it's like anywhere between 1 to 2 million gallons of water a day. Okay,
Yeah,
just to keep it cool, man. Okay, that's absurd. That's an absurd amount of energy. And they were saying so many watts of energy, okay, from the power plant is needed to power it also. And the people that live around that area where it's at have been complaining about the gas turbines, and says he's operating like 35 gas turbines. That's why the air smells so bad. Okay. And that's actually illegal. Okay, so there's all type of pushback and lawsuits in play right now with just a handful of people, because majority of the people in Memphis don't even know. Like when I ask like my co-workers about it just to pick their brain to see what they know, they don't even know, man. Okay, but it's a small group of resistance and a few so-called black political leaders in the area that's pushing back and are against Elon Musk's supercomputer being in Memphis. All right. And let me continue. You have something you want to say, a precept or something, bro?
No, you got it, bro.
All right. It says global AI race. Yeah, let me know if you got something.
I got you.
Global AI race. U.S. tech companies are racing to build out infrastructure to maintain a competitive edge in the global AI market. Where they're spreading, it says, while Virginia data center Alley, Arizona, and Ohio are major hubs. These facilities are appearing nationwide, often on the outskirts of communities. Yeah. See, on the outskirts, that's strategically being done. That's a part of an evil scheme. So you don't know, right? If it's on the outskirts, people don't really notice it, right? And that's exactly where the one that is located in Memphis is. It's like on the outskirt down by the river. It's so many people in Memphis that don't even know how to get over there. I used to work down there, so I know, they call it President's Island. All right. And it's basically like right on the river.
Yeah, I've been down there.
Yeah, but it's a whole lot of people that don't even know how to get over there, bro. It says power and water. AI data centers are extremely energy and water intensive, straining local grids, increasing electricity costs for residents, and depleting water sources, especially in arid regions. All right. Now, that's all I'm going to read of that, and I'm going to get a precept on that note. I want to go to Isaiah 24, right? This is Isaiah 24.
You gonna put it on the screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the screen.
All right.
All right, so this is Isaiah 24, and in the heading, I'm also in the NLT, right? It says destruction of the earth. Okay, destruction of the earth. And I'm gonna start at verse 3, Isaiah 24:3, and this is the NLT. It says, the earth will be completely emptied and looted. The Lord Yahweh has spoken. The earth mourns and dries up, and the crops waste away and wither. Even the greatest people on the earth waste away. It says the earth suffers for the sins of the people, for they have twisted God's instructions, violated his laws, and broken his everlasting covenant. It says, therefore, a curse consumes the earth. Its people must pay the price for their sin. They are destroyed by fire, and only a few are left alive. Let me go to the KJV. I think I like the KJV read better, right? So I will go to the KJV and pick up at verse 4. It says, the earth mourned and faded away. The world languisheth and faded away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The haughty meaning the proud. Okay, these tech billionaires. Okay, they're proud. They don't give a damn about draining your energy. They don't give a damn about polluting your air. They don't give a damn about your light bill going up because they're draining the energy. Verse 5, it says, the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. Yep. And this is what we see, okay, with these data centers being built. The earth is being defiled in order to go into this age of artificial intelligence, okay? Yep. You get this word. You have something?
Yeah, I got a precept.
All right, let me get this word defile real quick, and then we'll get your precept. So this is the Hebrew word from H2610. It's is it chanap?
For defile. Yep.
Chanap. And it says to be profane, be defiled, be polluted. Okay. So with them building up these data centers, these AI data centers, okay, they are literally polluting the earth. All right. And they're polluting the earth not only physically, but more so spiritually, they're polluting the earth. Okay. Because why people are so ecstatic about AI and they're so into, all the different things they could do with AI and, with the chat GPTs and, you know, they pretty much have made AI their God. And that's what Elon Musk said. That came out of his own mouth. He said AI will be your new God.
Yep. And he said the new God is coming out of Memphis.
Yep. And he referenced Memphis to Egypt. Memphis being the capital of ancient Egypt. He referenced that, you know. And people here that like it's like the average person in Memphis is real slow, man. They ain't up on like they slow bellies down here, man. They don't know what the fuck going on. All right. But I can get your precept now, bro. What you want?
Yeah, this just came to mind when you went to that word defiled by pollution. Revelation chapter 11, verse 18.
Okay, Revelation chapter 11, verse 18.
Yep.
Okay, got you pulled up.
It reads, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged.
Right, the
and
dead, the dead, you got the dead spiritually, right?
Mhm.
Which are our people walking around in a worldly Babylonian state of mind. You know, they don't have the Holy Spirit that makes them spiritually dead. Okay, go ahead.
Yep. That they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great. And this the point. And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Yep. And this is the judgment, the future judgment to come. The Lord is going to destroy them that destroy the earth. You can speak on it, bro.
Yeah, and the last part of that in the NLT is say it is time to destroy all who have caused destruction on the earth.
Woo!
And that's Esau Edom to the teeth, man. He caused the most destruction upon this earth, man. Right? Of course, the heathens as well, but mainly Esau Edom. They said the earth is given to his hand. So he supposed to be managing the earth, but look what he doing to the earth. Chemtrails are still flying 24/7. The pollution with these data centers.
Yep.
So the Lord gonna destroy him, man.
And
And
I believe Salakia, I believe the bizarre weather patterns are affected,
yeah,
by all the stuff that's being emitted in the air, all these different pollutants in the air,
yeah, the heart,
Yep.
whatever it may be,
Yep.
whipping it on the earth, ain't giving the land the
Yep.
land Sabbaths.
Yep.
And he talking about we got to come together. Oh hell nah, man. The Lord said he gonna destroy those who destroy the earth. I want no part of that, man.
Me neither.
You on your own, man.
Yep. And that's why the reason why we are warning you people, all right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because that's who the warning is for, is so your blood won't be on our hands.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read that full Revelation 11:18 in the NLT? I know you just mentioned the last part. Can you read the whole thing?
Yeah, I can. It said in the NLT, the nations were filled with wrath, but now the time of your wrath has come. It is time to judge the dead and reward your servants, the prophets.
Yeah. See, we looking for their reward for warning you.
God.
You don't want to listen, you're going to receive the wrath. We're looking for the reward that comes for warning you and taking heed to the word of Yahweh Shiri Hawashai.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And that reward is destruction to Babylon the Great, salvation.
Yep.
It said, only with our eyes should we see the destruction of the wicked. Roughly paraphrase, Psalm 91.
Yep.
But it said, it is time to judge the dead and reward your servants, the prophets, as well as your holy people, and all who fear your name, from the least to the greatest. It is time to destroy all who have caused destruction on the earth.
All right.
That's
There you
beautiful.
go. So with that, I want to jump to this video, right? Fair use, right? And It's about 30 minutes long. We're gonna stop and get precepts. We not gonna, of course, watch the whole video, right? We're gonna as we go, brother, if you have any precept or anything that comes up, if anything comes up, we'll stop and add, some precepts in, we'll probably go about halfway through and then we'll finish the lesson out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it up.
All right.
And this is, so the title of it, as you see, is Exposing the Dark Side of America's AI Data Center Explosion. Right? It's about 3 months old, but you see it's 4.7 million views, so people have been checking it out. Again, fair use for educational purposes only, not for any monetary gain. And let's get into it.
Giant warehouses are popping up across the US, more than 2 every week. They feed AI algorithms, store photos, and answer our questions.
Hey Google.
A data center campus like this can consume as much power and water as an entire city. And many of the biggest server farms are emerging from the desert. But there's no official record of how many of these are being built, where they are, or even who owns them.
To be honest, I've never really run into so much resistance for records than this project.
Big tech companies often go to great lengths to hide the details. So we decided to build a map.
What we designed is a system to see not only the individual location of each data center across the country, but also where they cluster.
And for some, these clusters are appearing too close to home. We went to meet people who say having data centers next door is affecting their health.
I had a hard time breathing. I couldn't sleep. I thought I was losing my mind.
Summertime is more of a during the winter it's like almost like an engine trying to start.
So how many data centers are there in the US? And is there enough power and water to satisfy a building boom that is only just getting started?
Where I am standing now is at the middle of the data center capital of the world. This is Loudoun County, Virginia, otherwise known as Data Center Alley. And it may not look like much from down here, but just take a look from up above.
These are Amazon data centers. Zoom out and you can see tech companies tend to build data centers in clusters, where there is a reliable power supply, access to enough water, as well as tax breaks and affordable land. But of course, these tend to also be places where lots of people already live, like Santa Clara County, California, or the most heavily populated part of Arizona, Maricopa County. And of course, here in Northern Virginia, the most densely populated part of the Washington, D.C. metro area, and one of the largest and fastest growing residential areas in the US.
Yeah, I was the 4th homeowner in this neighborhood, 4th to occupy a house in this neighborhood.
Donna Gallant has lived on this street in Prince William County, Northern Virginia, for the last 30 years. All very peaceful until 2021, when things started to change. These are Google data centers, and ever since they started rising from the ground, Donna has been looking for answers.
There's no transparency, and
with the data center companies or with local authorities? Or
both. Yeah. So anytime you ask a question, it's, we signed an NDA, we can't talk about it. Oh, we're under NDA, we can't talk about it. So there's no transparency at all.
The site isn't complete yet, but she says the noise is already taking its toll.
When I go to my room at night, the tonal noise immediately triggered my anxiety to the point where I couldn't sleep. I ended up having to go down on my first floor and put noise-canceling headphones on just so I could sleep.
But for Donna and her neighbors, this is just the start. Over the next few years, they will find themselves surrounded by a string of new data centers.
That's going to go from this road here all the way and around my neighborhood. That's where the data center is going to go. And that's going to be 75 feet tall, dead smack in the middle of a neighborhood.
Zoom out a little more and you can see this plot of land. It was originally meant for housing, but in 2023 it was rezoned to clear the way for the construction of data centers instead. Prince William County already has over 70 data centers, but if this master plan for a data center opportunity zone is fully realized, together with Loudoun County to the north, they'll have more data centers than Russia. Donna set up a local campaign to challenge the rezoning, but the lawsuit was dismissed.
Yeah, it's heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching. Do I have ill feelings towards the data center industry for that? Yes, I do. I think we all need it. It's the way the world is going. But do I think dropping it next to people's homes is the right answer? No.
There is no definitive public directory of data centers, no official map, no single regulator to ask, or government agency to FOIA.
So, it's been really tricky to kind of get these records because the companies don't want to disclose all of that information.
There you go. They don't want you to know. So this showing you what that they operating in secret, where the scriptures speak about the secret council. What's that in Psalms? The secret council. Let's get that real quick and we'll go back to the video. I'm not gonna share the blue letter screen. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Psalm 64 and 2. I started 1. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, which is telling you what that they do these secret they do these secret works in the earth, and they purposely do it so that you won't know, and they'll have an advantage over you to destroy you, man. You got it, bro.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. So you just heard her say that it's hard to find the records, okay? But we got the records, all right? The Lord has showed us the hand of the wicked and why he's doing the things he's doing in the earth. You have anything else?
I'm trying to find it, but you go ahead and play while I look for it.
All right, let me know when you find it.
By tricky, we mean redacted records and requests denied on the grounds of trade secrets. It turns out there is one thing.
Companies don't want to disclose all of that information.
By tricky, we mean redacted records and requests denied on the grounds of trade secrets. It turns out there is one thing that most data centers need: backup generators, in case the grid fails. And anyone who wants to install a generator needs to apply for an air quality permit.
So what we set out to do was request all of the permits that are issued to data centers for those backup generators.
That meant filing public record requests for air permits in every state. They list the capacity of the generator, so we can extrapolate the power needs of the data center. They also provide clues about who owns it. Take this hotspot rapidly expanding close to Columbus, Ohio.
There are at least 164 emergency generators permitted here. This is a data center where the air permit was applied for by an LLC called Magellan Enterprises LLC. But the company has applied for a trade secrets exemptions. So they were actually able to redact pretty much all the information that we wanted.
But all of the big tech giants must disclose any companies like LLCs that they own. And by digging into their official records, we managed to pull back the mask. And it turns out that the data center in Ohio,
It's not Magellan Enterprises LLC, that's actually owned by Google.
this is a task we repeated hundreds of times to build this map. It's the most comprehensive tally to date of America's exploding data center industry. Every dot is a data center large enough to need a permit for its backup generators. These are the facilities either already built or approved for construction at the end of 2024. We reached a total of 1,240 data centers. That's nearly 4 times the number in 2010.
The companies that use the most amount of power in data centers across the country, it probably won't surprise you, are Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta, and QTS.
Of the data centers we pinpointed, 177 belong to Amazon.
So you see that number, man, 1,240 data centers, okay, from 311 in 2010. That's how far, how much the data center is exploded and booming across the country. That's a massive amount. You know, you're talking about, and she says from 2010 to 2024, it got to that number. So you talking about what, 14 years, what, almost 1,000 data centers have been put up, you know. So what is it really about? I'm not gonna play any more of it. Lord will remember to put the link in the description box. We're gonna get back to the scriptures. Did you have your scripture, bro? Did you?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Okay. Is it give me a second. All right, what is it?
Isaiah 29:15.
All right, let me get there. In the KJV.
King James.
All right, so Isaiah 29:15. You got it ready for you, bro.
It reads, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsels from the Lord, and their works are in the dark.
Yep,
And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us?"
that's it. That's it, and that's a perfect precept for what they doing with these data centers. You know, these are works being done in the dark. All right, and I also had. Did you want to keep going, or that was it?
That was it.
All right. I also had Googled this information right here real quick, and then we'll jump to Revelation to knock this thing out. I want to get a little bit of the article too, but jumping right here to Google, the AI overview. Do AI data centers hold civilian personal information? Yes, AI data centers frequently hold civilian personal information. This data is used for a variety of purposes, including training AI models, providing services to users, and government functions, right? Government functions, okay? What is the mark of the beast going to lead to? A one world government. All right. So with that mark of the beast, right, what is it going to hold? All of your information. So these data centers are being built ultimately for the infrastructure of the mark of the beast. Our people don't know that, okay? Because they telling you all this other stuff that they doing it for, right? Once I play this clip from the article, you'll see them talking about why they're building these data centers, and they ain't telling you nothing about it holding your personal information. But here it
No.
is. You know, they letting you know right here. Yeah, they got your personal information in there. It says large AI models are trained on massive data sets, often scraped from public sources on the internet, which inevitably include personal information from social media, forums, and public records. This can include names, contact information, photos, even sensitive data like health information or political affiliations. Okay. And I had Googled it earlier. It even said they got your social, of course, they got your social security numbers in there, right? And remember, at the beginning of the year, Elon Musk was in charge of the DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, supposedly he stepped down, which I think they're just smoke and mirrors. You know, he's still behind it. He's still involved, just probably not indirectly. I mean, Salaki probably just not directly. He's probably involved more indirectly. But these data centers are ultimately going to have government information in them as well. Okay. It says U.S. interaction data. When individuals use AI applications like chatbots or web services, the data they input is collected, processed, and often retained in data centers to provide the service, save conversation history, and improve future models. So, like when we be going on ChatGPT and we be asking biblical questions, right?
Yeah, it saved those.
It save it. Yeah. Whether you delete it or the conversations or not, it's saved in that cloud. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look over here on the side, because I was speaking about Doge, right? It says understanding Doge and your data. All right. See there? I'm gonna jump down to this one and then this will be it. I'll read on this this is the end of what I read from this. It says government databases. Federal, state, and local governments maintain their own data centers with extensive sensitive civilian information such as tax returns, health records, education history, and biometric data. See there? And that's what that MOTB is going to be. It's going to be a tool for biometrics, okay? Because once it's inside of you, it becomes a part of your biology. All right. It says biometric data, all of which may be processed using AI systems. Okay. Government databases. So what is those? The Department of Government Efficiency. That's a government database. All right. So I want to jump here. We're gonna take this down, get one more thing before we get back to the scriptures in Revelation 13 and 16. I want to share this last piece of information. And this is the article that the brother Nabah sent me. All right. Salaki for the pop-ups. You see the screen, bro?
That's it.
All right. So this is okay, so this is in the Memphis area. Okay. South Haven is actually Mississippi, but it's the tri-state area. Okay. So it says Elon, and this is from, what is this from?
WABC News or WTVA?
Okay, it says WTVA.com news. All right. This is from WTVA, right? It says Elon Musk XAI investing 20 billion in South Haven data center. 20 billion. All right, so I'm gonna play this little clip.
The 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on the most.
Fair use.
Fair use. The water, bro. All right.
Intelligence company is investing XAI, Elon Musk's artificial intelligence company, is investing a record $20 billion to build a data center in Mississippi. That's the largest private investment in the state's history. The XAI data center will be known as Macro Harder, and company officials say the data center operations should begin in February. CEO Anthony Armstrong said that is where the company will build the world's largest supercomputer. Governor Reeves called the investment a win-win situation that'll create hundreds of jobs.
Tax revenue generated here.
So the one that they have in Memphis is supposed to be the current world's largest supercomputer, which they call Colossus. But this one that they about to start building in February out in South Haven, they said they calling it Macro Harder. Is going to be
Macro Harder.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the new world largest supercomputer. So would that make the one in Memphis the second largest one? Right? So he's just building data centers bigger and bigger and bigger. You know? Why? You know, why is this much money being invested into something you know, and people really don't understand what it's about? Okay? Because obviously this is something evil, right? This is something evil, and we know what it is. We know what it's directly connected to. All right, but listen to what they about to tell you it's about. Right? Listen to the deception.
Here, as a result of this record-breaking investment, will help support vital programs and services like infrastructure, public safety, health and human services, educators, firefighters, police, parks, and more.
South Haven's mayor.
Yeah, and more. But what's the more? Let's cut to the chase, bro. We're gonna go to Revelation 13. This is what these data centers are really about, man. And I'm gonna put the Bob's precept up here too. Right here. Oh yeah, Revelation 13. Yep. Revelation 13 and 14. It says, this is from GMS Memphis Nabah, Revelation 13 and 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth. Okay. It's all about that deception. It's all about deceiving the people, and specifically the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're the ones who are in gross darkness the most about Esau, Edom, the wicked's evil schemes. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they, get the rest of it, right? That they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And that image is what? The New World Order, okay? Which is a one world government that's going to be governed by technology, technocrats, okay? And I also had Googled matter of fact, I'll just read it off my phone since it's already in there. Is AI taking over the world? Right? It says in 2026, the question of whether AI is taking over the world is generally viewed not as a sudden hostile conquest, but as a deep, systematic integration into every facet of human life. You see that? It says a deep, systematic integration into every facet of human life. That's what? The mark of the beast. Okay? That ain't nothing but the mark of the beast, man. The MOTB.
Yep. We're not ignorant of Satan's device.
We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. All right, so We're gonna finish out Revelation 13 and 16. Well, we'll pick up at 15. The bar gave us 14, so we'll pick up at 15. Okay, right. And you can read, bro.
All
right, here we go. Revelation 13, picking up at 15.
Okay. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Yep. And we see again this artificial intelligence, this age of artificial intelligence is a part of that image. Okay.
Yeah.
Which that's what's going to allow him to be able to set up the MOTB and his one world government. Okay. So you pull up this word image right here in the Greek.
Strong's G 1504, icon. Icon.
I'm gonna go down here. It says the image of one, two, right? B, applied to man on account of his power of command. Okay. This is what's going on right here. Okay. This man is seeking out power. All right. So that you would have to answer to his every command. Okay. That's why he wants a one world government. All right. And his way of accomplishing that is through what? Artificial intelligence. All right. Which I ain't going to get into it. When you go into that word intelligence in the etymology, that tells you everything right there in itself. So if he's trying to give you artificial intelligence, all right, that's basically him trying to take you away from the Most High. Okay. And have you living according to his power, with him being God and fancying himself the Most High. So you read verse 15 again, bro, and we could keep going.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right. And this beast, all right, the ancient image of the beast, all right, dealing with the Roman Empire. Okay, when you go back to the time of the Greeks and the Romans, all right, beginning with the Greeks, you had this man by the name of Antiochus or Antiochus. All right, you quite often hear brothers say Antiochus, right? He tried to set up a one world government where everybody will be Greek. And it really with Alexander, they wanted to make the whole world Greek, you know. But Antiochus was he had a draconian way of doing it. All right. Like Alexander was more peaceable about it, but then the scriptures call Antiochus that wicked root. When you go into the Maccabees, it said a wicked root, and he had a more draconian, more hostile way of doing it, you know. So that's the spirit that's back in the earth today, going back to that ancient image. You see with Trump, you see how he fancies himself. You had posted an article talking about he said he don't gotta answer to international laws. He just work off his own what do you say, his own
morality.
His own morality. So whatever he deems right and wrong. All right.
Yep.
So going back to what? The commands of men. All right. The power of men. Right. But the scriptures tell us that all powers, and I'll get that real quick. You can read it for me, bro. Romans, you start at 13 and 1.
Let me go to.
I got it up on the screen if you can see it.
It's kind of too small. I don't have to.
Okay.
Split my eyes and shit. But this Romans 13 and 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher power, Let me start that over. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High.
Yeah, there you go. So all powers are ordained of the Most High. But these men think they have obtained this power on their own. But the scriptures tell us that the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. Okay. And he has ultimately given the power of the earth into the hands of the wicked. Okay. But that's only for a time and for a season. And we are at the end of that season of him ruling. And that's why you see these data centers going up at a rapid rate. Ultimately, this is a part of his wrath. You know, jumping back to Revelation 12 and 12, you'll turn there real fast, bro. And then we'll get back to Revelation 13.
All right. This Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
The heavens really represent the kingdom of heaven, dealing with the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, we're the ones that are rejoicing because we know that Esau Edom is at the end of his rulership. This is his last season of ruling the earth, man. Okay.
Yep.
This the season finale. Go ahead, bro.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath.
Right. And really, the ultimate woe is to all of our people who are unfaithful to Yahweh Hashem and Hawashai, who trust in oppression. The scriptures say you go down to Egypt for help. You're going to buy right into the image of the beast. Okay. You're going to sell your soul to the devil for artificial intelligence. You know, so a lot of you ain't gonna have to be threatened by, like, your livelihood is not gonna have to be threatened. You're going to be seduced and allured into taking the MOTB. All right.
Yep.
But to the rest of you who can't be deceived and allured into it, he gonna come with that wrath. He's going to threaten your livelihood. Okay. And you're gonna give in because you never trusted in Yahweh Hashem and Hawashai. You've always trusted in the devil. All right, continue on. You can start at woe.
Yeah. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
Right. So because he know his time is up. You know, almost 1,000 data centers put up, you know, and that's just what they know about. Because in the video, you know, they said, look, we having a hard time finding the records on these data centers and who own them. And, you know, they doing a lot of stuff in secret, you know. That's just the ones they want you to know about. You think about a lot of these places that got big open areas where no man's land, nobody really live at. You know, come on, man.
Yep, Kill Gates buying all the land. You gotta, they got all that shit too.
See how they had the Georgia Guidestones out in the middle of fucking nowhere, you know,
and it blew up all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then it just blew up all of a sudden after everybody found out about it. Then it blew up all of a sudden. Yep. Well, yeah, you got it, bro. We back in Revelation 13 and 16. Yep.
Revelation 13 to 16. It reads, and he calls it all.
That's the key point. All. Before we go any further, he calls it all. So all means everybody in the augmented sense. The whole entire inhabited earth is who he's seeking to control.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody. So that means you would need a massive data center like the ones they're building, right? Multiple, really. You would need all type of to be able to have the records of everybody's transactions, everybody's health records, you know, so forth and so on. Okay, you would need data centers to be able to obtain everybody in the world's information. You would need huge data centers to do that. Okay, so the key point is all, right? But go ahead.
And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right, and we know that's the chagma when you go into this word mark. All right.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
It says a stamp and imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist, right? But the key point is a mark stamp, imprinted mark. All right. It says the mark, when you go here into the Strongs, it says a scratch or etching. An example, a stamp as a badge of servitude. Okay, is a badge of servitude, man.
God.
You want to add anything?
I mean, you just pledge your allegiance to the system, to the beast system.
That's
you know?
it. Yep.
They just their device they see here to let you know you part of the beast system.
Yeah,
you're gonna be destroyed.
You are serving of the devil.
Pretty
right?
much.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
Continuing on.
And pretty much Esau gonna force it on you. You're gonna be forced to take it because your livelihood gonna be in stake. You know,
right?
With
that's
17.
That's what verse 17 is telling you. Your livelihood is gonna be at stake. Go ahead.
Yep. It's saying that no man might buy or sell.
You ain't gonna be able to buy nothing. You ain't gonna be able to sell nothing. All right. So no transactions unless you have received this badge of servitude.
Yep. Yep. And they plan on it, you know, what famine? Because people, come on, man. The majority of Americans can go a day without eating. So that's what they're gonna use it for. You want to eat again, you know, feed your child, your newborn, your loved ones. You're gonna have to take this mark, the badge of servitude then.
Yep.
So Revelation 13:17 it reads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
And that's the answer to the question of this lesson. Why are AI data centers taking over? Okay, to implement this system, this beast system. Okay, that's why they're being put up. This is all a part of the plan. Okay, we could read 18 and close it out.
Here is wisdom. Let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636.
Right.
666.
So if you got wisdom, right, it says here is wisdom. As one translation say, this takes wisdom to understand, to figure this out, what this is. It takes wisdom, man. Okay. So the Lord has given this wisdom to his servants, the prophets. You know, you want to see it. You're going to see it play out, just like we've been telling you, just like we've been prophesying here at Great Millstone for years, beginning with our apostles, man. All right. Anything you want to add before we close it out, bro?
No, you got it, bro.
All right. So with that, once again, we're giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Ba'ashem,
Chakadash. All right. Double honors again to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Kwam Nasrallah,
from Nasrallah,
Baba Ball, Rise Israel, destroy confusion. Shalom.
Shalom.